Hi besties, welcome back to another one of my videos. I am doing a bookish video. I've been seeing a lot of these be done by a lot of different creators, some of my mutual besties, so I really wanted to do one. So agenda for the video and agenda for today. One, I'm going to do a little book update, books I just recently finished, books I plan on starting, books I did start. I have one DNF that I want to talk about. I have a little bookish giveaway I won that came so cute I want to talk about, and then I'm going to do some shelf reorganization, and then if there's anything else I think of throughout this day and throughout my bookish video, I will add it. So let's go over some of the books that I've been reading and talk about them. So I just recently finished 2 books. I only read 3 books in June. That's why I haven't really been posting like reading vlogs or anything, because I'm not reading. And that's okay. It's okay to go through reading slumps. It's okay to not be reading. Life happens, stuff gets in the way, all of that good stuff. We're humans and life happens. So yeah. But I'm hoping to get back into the swing of things in July. So the first book that I finished in July was Not in Love by Ali Hazelwood. And this one was an upset for me. I only rated this one 3 stars. I feel like this one was more smut than plot. And if you guys know me, like if you're not new here, you know I don't really do smut. I read smut, but I don't read for the smut, if that makes sense. So not my favorite, but it was still okay. And then next up, I finished Wild Love by Elsie Silver. This one was good, but I think because I'm in a reading slump, I thought it was meh. I still rated it 4 stars. Ford Grant, that man. But I did enjoy it. I think it's longer than it necessarily needs to be. It's kind of a chunky one. But yeah, it took me a while to read, but I'm also in a slump. So that I did happen to DNF, which I think I'm gonna soft DNF because I am in a reading slump and I have a feeling I might like this book later. I have 12th Night, and this is actually the same author as Olivia Blake. This is her pen name, or Olivia Blake is her pen name. I don't really know. It's the author who wrote The Atlas Six and One for Your Enemy and My Mechanical Romance. She wrote under this pen name, but this one is a YA video. I thought it was a video game romance, but it's more of like a RPG romance. Like I'm pretty sure they're playing like a Dungeons and Dragons type of game in the beginning of this book. He's like a jock and she is a nerd, but I wasn't really vibing with the personality that she has, and I wasn't really vibing with her best friend who was really mean to her. So I think a mix of all of that plus a reading slump, plus I did get 50 pages in and I was like, they had me even really interacted. They hadn't interacted like at all. So I was like, and it's only 300 pages. So a little bookish giveaway package I won. It came with like a little kit of just little fun things like annotation, tabs, stickers, all of that fun bookish stuff. And then it came with this really pretty candle that actually smells really freaking good, and it has seashells in it, so I'm gonna probably be putting this on my shelf. But it smells like laundry, like clean. It smells so good, like the beach. And then I got, for all my Taylor Swift girlies, I did get in the PR package the Tortured Poets Department little tote bag, which I think is absolutely adorable, and I'll never pass up a tote bag, so this was perfect. And then for the books for this package, I got this duology, I think, A Risk on Forever and The Infinity Between Us. I don't know which one is book 1 or book 2. I've seen book girly Sarah talk about this series. I think she wanted to read it around Valentine's Day and didn't end up reading it, but I heard it's really sad. So, but I'm super excited, and they're such pretty covers. I don't know anything about them though, so it's gonna be scary. What I'm gonna do is clean up this bookish area. If you look behind me, there is a mess. There's a whole shelf that's empty because I got rid of some books. Everything's just a mess and placed everywhere. I think I want to redo some of my shelves. I've had this shelf in particular with my like 2 favorite authors that I know personally forever, and I think I want to change up some of authors that I have together. I've always had Anna Huang and like Lauren Asher together, and now that Elsie Silver is moving up there, and then I have more Ali Hazelwood books. I just want to gut my shelves, redo them all, make them look pretty. I have like random shelves here of just random romances. I want to combine sports romance. I also, oh my gosh, I also forgot to tell you guys. Y'all, I ordered these months ago and forgot about them, and they showed up at my door and I was so excited. I got special editions of Offside and Shut Out by Ali Keeneland. They're stunning. Aren't they so pretty? And this was during like the Pretty Little Words scratch and dent sale. So I got these really cheap. They're supposed to be scratched and dented. I see no scratches. I see no dents. They look stunning. They look beautiful, and I can't wait to have on my shelf. I need to figure out how I can like display. I'll probably display Offside because it's the first book, but I need to figure out how I can like display it all pretty and all of that good stuff. So I'm gonna work on those. I'll put some clips in of that and show you guys that, and maybe do a little tour afterwards of my bookshelves. But yeah, I just sat down and talked for 7 minutes, and if you're still here, thank you for listening to me. As you can see, everything's gutted out. The only thing I have left is this is my TBR. I always have my TBR on the bottom of my bookshelves. Like I have a bookshelf over there and it has more TBR on it. So that's TBR shelf. And then this shelf is my thriller shelf. I might just leave it. I don't read a lot of thrillers. Like that's all I have for thrillers. So I might just leave it. If it's good there, or if I want to move it, I might move it up depending. But we'll see when I get all this curated what it looks like. Forgot to also mention, I organized everything by author, and the way I usually do my shelves is by genre. So like I had adult romances pretty much all over here, and then fantasy romance, and down to thrillers. Probably keep it with doing it by genre, but I definitely want to keep authors together. That is usually how I do it. Okay, my shelves are done, so I'm gonna do a little tour. This is kind of what we have going on. This is like a throwaway shelf. I ran out of books to put on the shelf, so that's what we got. So up here, but this is just like my adult romances that either aren't in series or didn't really fit in anywhere. It's kind of like my throwaway romance shelf, like books I just loved. Next up, I have my sports romance shelf. I am very new to sports romance, and I feel like sports romance icks me out sometimes, so it's very hard for me to love a book. But I have a little display going on. I thought the teacups were so cute. Not sure if they're really sports romance, but they kind of go. So next up, I just have my favorite authors, like some of my favorite authors shelves. You have Lauren Asher, T.L. Swan, you have Amanda Bentley and all of her books that she's ever written, Laura Lee. Next up, I have a little bit of my adult fantasy. I haven't really dove too much into it. I did have a couple more books, but I unhauled them. Just series I didn't see myself finishing. These are series I do see myself finishing, so I have those up. And then these are my dark romance. I felt like this was a good mix on this shelf, so dark romances. And then down here I still have my thrillers, and then I have a couple non-fictions because I don't have a lot of non-fictions, but I have enough, so kind of my thriller. I might move this once I get a couple more books under my belt for thrillers. I might make it better. I said before, this is kind of like a throwaway shelf. It just has my pretty special editions and then some of my favorite YA romances on the sides that you can't really see. And then this shelf is another one of my favorite authors. We have Allie Hazelwood and all of the work she's ever written. We have Elsie Silver, which is growing. I have her Off to the Races series down below. I still need to read. And then Kelsey Ray is a newer author that I'm still working through as well. And then Dr. Rebecca Sharp, I actually found her earlier this year and I absolutely love that series. So next up, more favorite authors. No surprise, Anna Huang, the queen herself. We have Kay Cove, who I think this is like all of the books she's ever written. I have more actually on the way of newer editions. And then I have Abby Jimenez, which I just recently found and love, and then Done and Dusted, which I absolutely loved. And then my last shelf that I worked on, this is my YA fantasy romance shelf. So I have Caravel series, which is my favorite, Divine Rivals, Destroy the Night, and then my Powerless, which this one's gonna change very soon because I have Reckless on my TBR this month and I'm hoping to get to it. So yeah, a little bookshelf tour. Okay, I think that's all for this video. There's one last thing I want to show you guys because I just recently upgraded my Kindle and I got a clear case like always, and I started accumulating some stickers for it, but I think it's going to be a work in progress. When I see a sticker that I think will go with it, I'll add it in, but for now I just have it very plain. But I have these pretty stickers. It says, I read for the morally pitch black villains, and then a bit of a mess when I'm doing my best. And if that doesn't scream me, I don't know what does. I hope you guys loved this video today, and I hope you guys enjoyed watching me organize and all of the hauls and all of the book chat, all this stuff. It's good to be back filming. It's good to be back in the mood of like being creative and hopefully in reading. I'm hoping to read a lot this week and this month. I know it's July 10th, but do you guys want to see a July TBR video? It's kind of a little late, but even if I get one comment that says yes, I'll do it. So as always, like, comment, and thank you guys so much for watching this video.